Welcome to Montana, a land where the sky stretches as far as the eye can see, a land sculpted by ancient forces and teeming with life. Here, in the heart of the American West, towering mountain ranges pierce the clouds, their snow-capped peaks mirrored in the crystal-clear waters of pristine lakes. Join us now as we venture into this wilderness, a haven for both the hunter and the hunted, a place where nature's raw beauty takes your breath away. Montana is a land of dramatic contrasts, a tapestry woven from a rich diversity of landscapes. To the west, the Rocky Mountains rise abruptly from the plains, their jagged peaks sculpted by millennia of glacial activity. Here, among the alpine meadows and coniferous forests, reside some of America's most iconic wildlife. The eastern two-thirds of the state is a different world altogether, a realm of vast rolling grasslands known as the Great Plains. Here, the wind whispers tales of the past, carrying with it the scent of sagebrush and the distant calls of coyotes. Dominating the northwestern corner of the state is Glacier National Park, a land of towering peaks, pristine forests and shimmering lakes. This is a hiker's paradise with over 700 miles of trails winding through some of the most spectacular scenery in the world. But it is the glaciers themselves that give the park its name and its unique character. These rivers of ice, remnants of a bygone era, are slowly but surely carving their way through the mountains, shaping the landscape for millennia to come. As we journey across this remarkable state, we'll encounter a kaleidoscope of geological wonders. From the towering cliffs of the Bighorn Canyon to the otherworldly formations of Makoshika State Park, Montana is a geologist's dream. Montana is blessed with an abundance of national parks and wildlife refuges, each one a sanctuary for a remarkable array of plants and animals. Yellowstone National Park, straddling the borders of Montana, Wyoming and Idaho, needs little introduction. Here, amidst geysers, hot springs and bubbling mud pots, one can witness nature's raw power on full display. But Yellowstone is also a haven for wildlife. Large herds of bison, the very symbol of the American West, roam the grasslands, while elk and pronghorn antelope graze in the valleys. Further south, in the shadow of the Grand Teton Mountains, lies Grand Teton National Park. Here, the landscape is dominated by towering peaks, their reflections shimmering in the waters of Jenny Lake. Keep your eyes peeled for moose wading in the shallows or a black bear foraging for berries in the undergrowth. These parks offer a rare glimpse into a world where nature still reigns supreme. And it is not just in the national parks where wildlife thrives. Throughout Montana, encounters with nature are a part of everyday life. A drive along a rural highway might be interrupted by a herd of deer crossing the road, or a hike in the woods could lead to a face-to-face encounter with a white-tailed deer. The lifeblood of Montana flows through its countless rivers and lakes, each one a vital artery sustaining a rich web of life. The Missouri River, immortalized in the journals of Lewis and Clark, winds its way through the heart of the state, its banks teeming with birds and other wildlife. Here, patient anglers cast their lines in hopes of landing a prize trout, while eagles soar overhead, their keen eyes scanning the water for a meal. Flathead Lake, the largest natural freshwater lake west of the Mississippi, is a sight to behold. Its crystal-clear waters reflect the surrounding mountains like a giant mirror, creating a scene of almost surreal beauty. Boating, swimming and fishing are all popular activities on Flathead Lake, but simply relaxing on the shore and soaking up the scenery is an equally rewarding experience. And then there's the Yellowstone River, known for its world-class fly fishing and its wild, untamed beauty. Here, surrounded by towering canyon walls, one can truly feel a sense of isolation and awe. These waterways, each with its own unique character, are not only essential to the state's ecosystem, but also provide endless opportunities for recreation and adventure. Whether you're casting a line, paddling a canoe, or simply enjoying the view, Montana's rivers and lakes offer a chance to connect with nature on a deeper level. The diversity of Montana's landscapes has given rise to an equally diverse array of wildlife, making it a true paradise for nature lovers. In the high alpine meadows, mountain goats navigate treacherous cliffs with ease, their sure-footedness a testament to their adaptation to this rugged environment. Down in the valleys, black bears emerge from their winter dens, hungry for the first berries and roots of spring. And in the dense forests, elusive creatures like the lynx and the wolverine roam, their presence a reminder of the wildness that still exists in this corner of the world. But it is perhaps the predators that capture our imaginations the most. The grizzly bear, a symbol of strength and resilience, still roams the wilderness areas of Montana, its presence a reminder of the delicate balance of nature. And the howl of a wolf echoing through the valleys sends shivers down the spine, a primal sound that connects us to our deepest instincts. Birdwatchers too will find much to marvel at in Montana. From the majestic bald eagle to the colorful western tanager, the skies are alive with a symphony of avian life. For those who feel most alive in the great outdoors, Montana is a playground of endless possibilities. Hikers and backpackers can lose themselves for days on the hundreds of miles of trails that crisscross the state, from the gentle slopes of the foothills to the challenging peaks of the high country. Mountain bikers can test their mettle on single-track trails that wind through forests and meadows, while rock climbers can scale sheer cliffs that offer breathtaking views. In winter, the landscape transforms into a winter wonderland, with world-class skiing and snowboarding resorts attracting enthusiasts from around the globe. But perhaps no activity is more synonymous with Montana than fly fishing. The state's pristine rivers and streams are home to some of the best trout fishing in the world, attracting anglers of all skill levels. Whether you prefer to cast your line in the shadow of towering mountains or amidst the tranquility of a secluded meadow, Montana offers a fly fishing experience like no other. And for those seeking a more laid-back outdoor experience, there are countless opportunities for camping, wildlife watching, and simply soaking up the scenery. Montana's climate is as varied as its landscape, with 4 distinct seasons, each offering its own unique charms. Summers are warm and sunny, with temperatures often reaching into the 80s and 90s, perfect for exploring the great outdoors. However, the weather can change quickly in the mountains, so it's always best to be prepared for anything. Autumn brings a kaleidoscope of colors to the landscape as the leaves of aspen trees turn brilliant shades of gold and orange. This is a magical time to visit, with crisp air and sunny skies making for perfect hiking and camping weather. Winters are long and cold, with temperatures often dropping below zero, especially in the mountains. But the snow also brings a unique beauty to the landscape, transforming forests into winter wonderlands and frozen lakes into giant ice skating rinks. Spring is a time of renewal as the snow melts, wildflowers begin to bloom, and the landscape comes alive with color and sound. For centuries, Native American tribes have lived in harmony with the land that is now Montana, their cultures inextricably linked to its rhythms and cycles. The Blackfeet, Crow, Flathead, and other tribes have called this land home for generations, their stories, traditions, and spiritual beliefs woven into the very fabric of the landscape. In the early 19th century, the Lewis and Clark expedition, charged with exploring the newly acquired Louisiana Purchase, passed through Montana on their epic journey west. Their journals provide a fascinating glimpse into the region's past, a time when vast herds of bison roamed the plains and grizzly bears were a common sight. Today, Montana's rich history is preserved in its many museums, historic sites, and cultural centers. From the battlefields of Little Bighorn to the ghost towns of the Gold Rush era, the state offers a tangible connection to the past. But perhaps the greatest story that Montana has to tell is the one that unfolds every day in its wild places. It is a story of resilience and adaptation, of beauty and wonder, a story that reminds us of the importance of preserving our natural heritage for generations to come. And as our journey through Montana comes to an end, we are left with a profound sense of awe and gratitude. Awe at the raw beauty of its landscapes, the diversity of its wildlife, and the resilience of its people. Gratitude for the opportunity to experience a place where nature still holds sway, where the wildness of the West is still very much alive. Whether you seek adventure or solitude, inspiration or rejuvenation, Montana offers something for everyone. So come discover for yourself the magic of Montana, the last best place.